Good morning, day or night, whenever you're watching. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy you clicked on my video. Please, if you like what you're watching, consider hitting the subscribe button. That really helps our community grow, and that's what we're all about. I do share a lot of mom life and cooking motivation, mom life. We got a small yard. I've been gardening, so I've been trying to share that because I know there's a lot of people in the world. They're like, I just don't have the space. I was one of them. And then to think of the amount of different things that I'm going to be growing this year, it might be small qualities. It might be small quantities, but it's still something, and it's learning, and it's great for the kids. So I'm sharing that with you guys as well. So if you like that kind of stuff, please hit the subscribe button. But today we're going to be going ahead and doing a get ready with me Q&A, maybe a little extra chatting because I like to chit chat. So that's what we're going to do. So today I have like zero motivation. And I don't have zero motivation too often, but when I do, I know it's because I just need to feel better. And by feeling better, I need to do this. My hair, oh my goodness. I did not barely do it today. I just brushed it and threw it back up, and I just don't like that. I did do my workout, and I'm about to change out of my workout clothes. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. So I'm actually liking this outfit. It has been a long time since I worn this shirt, so I just pulled it deep out of my drawer, and I'm so happy I'm wearing it again. But look, you guys, like I got my toenails painted over the weekend. It's been a long time since I've done that. All right, see, I'm feeling so much better already now that I got out of my workout clothes. But I am excited, guys. I got my eyebrows done finally, so I don't know, like when I first started YouTube, I did like a extra what was it called, self-care video about how you can still take care of yourself even if you don't really have the money to do it. And I wanted to get my eyebrows done, and I ended up not being able to because I just don't ever really have that much free time. And I have not gone even since then until this weekend. So I am so happy to finally do that, even though I know it could have been a better job. But hey, it was probably just so far gone. I just need to go in increments to get some of it done at a time. But anyways, so let me go ahead and start getting ready because I can probably just stand here and chat with you guys and not get ready the whole time. But I did write down the questions that I got, and I did not prep the response to any of these, y'all. So bear with me. All right. So my first question was, why did I start YouTube, and is it hard? So I don't know. When I first started knowing that I was going to become a stay-at-home mom, I knew that I needed to figure out a way to bring income in. I have been working since I was 13. I've been bringing in money. I've always had my own money, and becoming a stay-at-home mom was very frightening for me. I started seeing these signs, I call them signs or advertisements, whatever, popping up, which is the same way I found this house, was following signs popping up. I followed the signs for this house, did not follow the signs for, YouTube. But I started seeing these signs popping up saying, become an influencer. And I'm like, I could do that. I think I'm supposed to be an influencer. But of course, right away, I shut it down. I'm like, no way. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to get in front of a camera. I'm not going to be happy in front of a camera because I know people are going to just say something about me, my teeth, whatever, you know what I mean? So I talked myself out of it. And then maybe 2 years later, I had a YouTuber pop up and was talking about how she felt the need that there was somebody that needed to hear it, and she was just talking a whole bunch of stuff that just felt like it was speaking to my heart. So I felt like it was for me, and I felt like it was telling me, you need to become a YouTuber. And I told my husband about it, and I'm like, babe, I really think I'm supposed to do this. Like, I think God wants me to do this. And I was, once again, no way, I'm not doing it. I ignored it and went on about my life. And then a few months later, the same thing happened yet again. And yet again, it felt like it was speaking to me, my heart. And I'm like, God, babe, I think I'm supposed to do this. And I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And yet again, I talked myself out of it. I said, it's too much. It's too much on my plate. I'm already overwhelmed. I don't know how I'm going to have time to even do it. I don't even have time to coupon anymore. I had to quit couponing because it took too much time. And I told my husband, I am not going to do it. And then that night, I was washing dishes, and I'm just like, God, if I'm right, like if you really want me to do this, please just one more time, just give me another thing that confirms that this is what I'm supposed to do. And instantly, like absolutely instantly, the words Simply Living popped in my head, and it told me that that should be the name of my channel. And here we are. So I had then found out that I literally already had everything I needed to even do a channel. I even had the camera. So I didn't even have to use my phone like some start off on their phone. I already had a camera that I didn't even know recorded until I started looking into it. And so that's how I started YouTube. Is it hard? So I'm one that follows signs. Like I feel like the way God communicates with me is through signs, images. And so I always see very motivational posts, words, memes. I guess that's what they're called. I don't know. I always see them. It's like, you can do this, blah, blah, blah. Always, it's not hard. Very motivational stuff. You know what I mean? And the day that I was working on my very first video, I had finished editing it and I was ready to get it posted, like get it all uploaded and stuff. And on that day, and then never again have I seen anything else that wasn't like extremely motivational, if that makes sense. There was something that popped up right when I was working on the computer. And I think my computer, I can't remember what happened. I think something happened to the computer where it wasn't working. And I thought it was actually talking about that moment when I seen it. And it said, you're going to want to give up, but don't. And when I saw that, I was like, see, I think it was right after that when the computer stopped working. And I was like, see, this, like it said, I'm going to want to get up. And here I am, already want to give up. But you know what? That was not just for that moment, because there has been many times that I'm like, I can't do this. I want to give up. I don't want to do this. I do want to do this. I love doing it. Getting the video posted, having you guys comment on it, chit-chatting with you guys, me watching my complete video after it's done and everything is the most amazing thing in the world to me. However, actually physically editing it and getting it ready for that point is very hard and time consuming, and it is a lot of work. It is a ton of work, and I have wanted to give up many times, but that one post that said you're gonna want to give up but don't has been what's keeping me going. However, there has been other things that has kept me going. Like one night I was just really down and like, I just can't do this. I can't keep pushing. See, I'm going to keep rambling. And that night when I just was like, I don't think I can continue on, and I almost wanted to quit, my cousin texted me, and I haven't heard from her in a while. And she was like, when are you posting another video? I love watching them. And she was just so motivating. And she really gave me that little bit of confidence and push to not give up yet. And then there's been more times since then. And then I'd get a new subscriber that was really in the chats and chat it with me. And I got to get to know you guys. And then that would help. Like, there was one person who I was almost ready to quit. And then boom, I got a new friend in my comments, and that gave me another push to keep going. And now I just don't want to quit because I just want to keep showing up for you guys. So that's it. So, yes, it is very hard, but yes, you can do it if you want to. That's my answer. And it is. You can do it. You can. But don't think it's easy, because it's not. And then my next question was, what are some of your family's favorite meals? Look at me. I'm not even getting ready. I'm just sitting here talking to y'all. I really should get ready. I want to do my hair. But anyways, it says, what is your family's favorite meals? And I thought that would be easy, but then it's really not. So there's so many different people in our home, and it's really hard because of our diet restrictions and stuff. We can't do anything majorly exaggerative, if I'm even saying the word right? We can't be like extra. A lot of things have dairy in them, a lot. So it cut like our menus that we used to cook like down to nothing. I've had to, basically what we ended up switching to doing is like basically a meat, a vegetable, a starch. And then now even I try to do two vegetables and almost knock starches out if I can. And honestly, my kids being diagnosed with the dairy allergy has been life-changing for us. Do I hope that my one son has outgrown the allergy? Do I hope that my other son outgrows it? Yes, I do, but it has changed our life and opened my eyes to a lot of things. So I honestly am so happy that it happened, but I do want my other child to not be allergic to it anymore, because I don't want him to have to live with that for his whole life. So my older one that was allergic did outgrow it. My youngest never had it, which is crazy because, I thought he would, since the other two did. But Carson, my 3-year-old, he is still allergic, even though his numbers are dropping and he should become unallergic. He is still having a reaction to it. And then I quit dairy for a whole year while nursing my youngest. And when I started to eat dairy again, I realized I'm allergic to it too. So I don't even eat dairy now. I don't know. I guess I don't know why I didn't realize I was allergic to it until after. But you know what? I also became allergic to peanuts after having my 3-year-old. I never knew I was allergic to peanuts, and then I started having allergic reactions to it. So I don't know. But so it's really hard, but I know that, like, for one, my husband, if I tell him we're having goulash, he is through the roof, super excited about it. And his also another thing that he's through the roof, super excited about is chicken salad sandwiches. So those are his like two things that I know if I cook those, he'll be super happy that night. My oldest son, I believe his favorite thing to eat is breakfast for dinner, even though we actually don't do that often because my husband is not too thrilled about that. But I know that he likes that. But to be honest, it's hard to pick our favorite. We ultimately basically eat out. We eat out. No, we don't eat out at all. We eat at home all the time. And honestly, any meal that's homemade is my favorite, if that makes sense. I love everything I make. There is some times that I might try something new and then it's like, maybe never again. You know what I mean? I love meatloaf. I love making my own sloppy joes. I don't even buy the like Manwich cans anymore. I make it myself. And, but I would say, I guess my favorite thing right now is, I guess I have two favorite things that pop into my head. And that would be, I love taco salad too. I really like taco salad. But that wasn't what I was going to say. Um, would be the chicken stew that I shared on my channel a few videos back. I'll link that video in the comment, in the description box. That is like my chicken stew. And that's in the crock pot, and it's super easy. You just dump everything together. Like, it's honestly the easiest thing. And that might be why it's one of my favorite things to cook. And also, I really like my kielbasa and pepper pasta that I made. I made that on a YouTube video a few videos. That was like actually like a while ago. I don't even know. I can find the video. So I'll link that one as well. Those are my two favorite things. I always try to share my favorite things with you guys because that's what I do. I'm like, you know what? I'm recording today. What's a good thing to show them for dinner? Because like I want to show you guys good stuff. And then like some days if I've never made it before or something, I'll tell you guys. Like so far everything I've made on my channel is stuff that I know we like. But like if I make something and I know that it turned out to be I might still show it on the channel because that's what I did that day. And life is full of ups and downs, and sometimes you fail at dinner, you know what I mean? But I'll make sure to tell you guys like, hey, this was an epic fail. But so I can't really say for my kids. I would say everybody agrees that pizza, my homemade pizza, has been getting extra, extra better every time. And I think everybody agrees that we're just loving that right now as pizza. And I know that's such a mild thing, but we went like 2 years without pizza at all because buying the dairy-free frozen pizzas just it looked horrible, and I'm like, there's no point in even buying them. They look horrible. Why buy them? And then we just basically stopped eating pizza altogether until I started making them from scratch. I was making like personal pan pizzas every once in a while, but that for the kids for lunch, but that was about it. But then we started making them from scratch, and now it's like a family. I would say that that's our entire family's favorite thing to eat right now. I'm sorry if I'm rambling, you guys. I really do talk a lot. I think it's because I don't really have much people to talk to other than my husband and my kids. So when I get on here, I just end up talking a lot. I noticed that even in my voiceovers, I end up wanting to talk a lot, and I'm like, ah. But anyways, we'll just go on to the next video. Oh my goodness, the next quiz. Oh, I wanted to like say something though about like what our favorite meal is. So we used to make this thing. It was stuffed chicken, and that was our favorite, absolutely our favorite meal until we were dairy free. So I wanted to share that. So it's just basically a chicken breast, and you cut it in half, and we stuffed it with cream cheese and like cheese and seasonings. And I believe we've even like wrapped it in bacon a couple of times, and it's so good. You just bake it in the oven. Now that was our favorite meal until we couldn't have it no more because of the cream cheese. We can't have that, so we don't make that anymore. So my favorite childhood memory, and I would have to say this is one memory that I actually remember a lot. Like it just pops in my head randomly, and I would have to say I guess that's my favorite because I think about it randomly a lot. So I remember as a kid going camping a lot with my grandmother and my mother. And there was one time we went camping. I have no idea where I was at. I also remember, Mom, because I know you're watching, I remember going to Jellystone with that camp's one. And I know that was probably an extravagant trip for us. But this one campground we went to, and it was literally just, all I remember is it's surrounded by woods, and it had some water and a deck. And I remember sitting on that deck looking out at the water at sunset, and just how peaceful it was and how quiet it was and how, just happy I was that, like, I guess enjoying Mother Nature. And that is my most favorite memory, is sitting on that deck looking out at the water and the sun going down, and I was alone and just relaxed. And I think I really love sceneries, you know what I mean? I honestly I want, when we get our new house, if I could get a house with mountain scenery, that would be wonderful. Wonderful. But that's my favorite childhood memory. And then the last question is, what did you want to be? Oh, what? Why did you want to be a stay-at-home mom? So I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, but I did not become a stay-at-home mom because I wanted to. It was a necessity at the time. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I remember working. I remember I used to, when I worked, I would drive for like an hour in the morning and then work inside of the building and then drive for an hour in the afternoon before I would get off. And while I was driving, doing my runs, I could see families loading up in the car. All the kids and their sport gears and the moms getting them ready and taking them. I am so emotional and I have no idea why. But taking them to school. And I missed that. Like with my oldest son, half of the time he was still sleeping. He was still sleeping every time I left the house. Most of the time, or I didn't even know what he was wearing every day. I didn't even know. And I missed so much with him. And I just knew that I wanted to be a stay-at-home one mom. But I also knew that that was literally never going to happen. Like, it was never going to happen. That was just a dream that was never going to happen because it was not possible. And you know what? I'm going to stop there with my hair. And so I just wanted to be a stay-at-home mom because I wanted to be more present in my kid's life. And the reason why I became a stay-at-home mom was because my childcare at the time just things changed and they weren't able to help me with childcare. And I've never had any of my kids in a daycare ever. So when that happened, we ended up looking into all the different possibilities, and honestly, moving and buying a house was never even on our mind of we can move and buy a house and you can become a stay-at-home mom. No, that was literally never even touched our mind. Me becoming a stay-at-home mom the way that I did was honestly God's work, and he told me you can buy a house, and like he showed me a house in an area that was manageable. And I was like, wait, if we could get a house for this cheap, our payments would be like half of what we're paying now. We might be able to do this. And it was just signs and things, puzzle pieces falling into place before me. And I felt like I literally did nothing to get there. Does that make sense? Like, it was like all happening in front of me and it just happened. And so because I became a stay-at-home mom and didn't even know how it happened, really, it's a dream come true. So yeah, and then when I found out that I was going to become a stay-at-home mom, like when we were in the buying process, I was just so excited about all the things that I would be able to do with my kids that I never got to do with my oldest, and being able to be more present in their life, get them out and in the world, in nature, parks, seeing things, exploring, and just being really active is one thing. Honestly, I never thought that I wanted to learn how to cook from scratch and all of that. That was not on my mind, but that was something that just fell into place and I started doing it. And so, like, I'm really proud of the person I've become, and who I am today is nowhere near who I was when I was a working mom. Like, being able to become a stay-at-home mom has extremely, very much so, changed my life so much. Like, I am just so in awe of who I am, and I'm so proud of myself, and I'm so proud to be able to be a role model for my kids, to teach them all these things that I never even thought I would ever even know myself. So that's why I wanted to become a stay-at-home mom. I definitely never wanted my kids to be in a daycare. I never wanted that. Not that I knock daycare or anything like that. It's just not even like I've never had to. I've never had to put my kids in anybody else's care other than one other person in my life. Either myself, my husband, and one other person has been the only people who has cared for my kids. I've never left my kids with anybody else, and I don't think I could ever actually do that, since I've been so spoiled, I would say, with the fact that I never had to. I don't think I ever will, you know. So yep, that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I didn't even do my makeup, which I had planned to do, but I guess I feel a lot better and my hair looks a lot better. I feel a lot better, so I'm happy with what I did. But I hope you guys really enjoyed chatting with me today. If you guys have any more questions you want to put in the comments, go ahead. I'll do another one real quick. I thank you guys so much for your support. I hope you guys really understand how much you guys being here and watching my videos each week truly means so much to me. I also want to say that I meant to say in my last video and I completely forgot and I just skipped over it. When I had mentioned about my mom having a blessing box, I wanted to let you guys know that my mom also started a YouTube channel, and I will link her channel down below if you guys could give her some love and help her, just show her channel some love and check it out. And I truly appreciate every one of you guys, and I hope you guys have an amazing week, an amazing day. And as always, remember to continue simply living your best life. Bless each and every one of you guys. Bye bye.